Exciting.
So we are loaded in. We're going into game 2 of this best of 3. It is a TVP and it should be incredibly good fun to watch. This is literally an absolutely stacked lobby full of people, so yeah, this should be very much a good game. So let's get straight to it and introduce these two players. Up in the top right position, the blue Protoss player representing Team Dignitas. It's BlinG. And his opponent spawning in the lower left position, the pink Terran player, currently 0-1 down, desperate to level out the series, from Team Empire, BeastyQT. So Daybreak will be the map of choice, and game 1 was absolutely sensational. We saw Widow Mine drops that dealt a horrendous amount of damage, but BlinG proxy got a Stargate, got loads of oracles, and went for the counter aggression. And that was indeed very fun. This is, of course, WCS EU, the first qualifier of 4, and yes, this is pretty exciting. So, can BlinG take the series 2-0? He's had a good run so far. I had a brief look at the bracket, and he's already taken down some notable people, but unfortunately I can't get it up in front of me right now because I am solo casting due to Jorisar not able to get enough room in the lobby to actually make it in, which is very, very unfortunate. So, yeah, as we see here, we've got BlinG just getting down his gateway, hasn't taken any gas yet. Meanwhile, BeastyQT, he's got 1 gas on the way. He's got his barracks coming down as well, so could be going a little bit more aggressive than we saw game 1. Could still just go for that 1 racks into the gas with a reactor on the barracks into the expansion that we saw. So this is going to be pretty bold, and I'm sure while I'm doing this, Jorisar is doing tons of tweeting and keeping the Twitch chat entertained, so good work there, J-Shark. You awesome man, you. He's also switched back to his awesome green screen background of pink, cute Zerglings, which is something that, of course, everyone will love. BlinG is now on 2 gas as well. That's always very, very important. And it means that he can start pumping out some more gas-heavy tech. Meanwhile, what is BeastyQT doing with this SCV down the bottom of the map? Just going a very strange way. Could just be checking for proxies, because after all, that is what BlinG did in game 1. He went for a proxy Stargate. Could also be going for a little bit of madness himself. So we'll wait to see what is going to happen. Or it's a proxy factory coming down. This is BeastyQT giving BlinG a taste of his own medicine. So yes, this will be very, very exciting. We've got the reactor coming. No, actually, it's a tech lab coming down here. Actually, for BeastyQT on that barracks, not a reactor. The factory is now half complete, and this is going to be a very aggressive push. We should see concussive shell out, I would imagine, out of BeastyQT. Is getting the Marauder on its way down now, so this is a very good push. And there, indeed, we do have concussive shell on its way from that tech lab, exactly as I would expect. And now it's up to BlinG to identify this and defend well. In terms of structures, BlinG's got out. He's got but 1 gateway, 1 nexus, and 2 gas with 2 probes in each. So this could be very, very exciting and very, very bold. We've got Widow Mines also on their way out. So this is going to be a Widow Mine Marauder push. This could be absolutely devastating. BlinG gone for a 1-gate expansion. Ooh, this could be tough times. Lots of sentries on their way out. A Zealot marching forward, but will not scout the proxy factory. We'll just see that there is a single Marauder there, but concussive shell could get revealed here, and that is not something that BeastyQT wants to do. He does not want to reveal that that is coming down, but does now. And of course, that now should be a big indicator to the BlinG that something is going a little bit interestingly, because once you see concussive shell, you know for a fact that actually this is probably going to be a time to push. The Widow Mine scuttling its way up towards the natural base. BlinG starting 2 additional gateways straight away, knowing there could be some problem here. And that is exactly why we need to be cautious. So we've got the robotics facility also on its way down. The Widow Mine just marching straight on up, past the sentry being like, herp derp, I'm getting in your Widow Mine. Oh, the probes! Oh, the probes have clumped up, but did, with the help of the mothership core, manage to take it out. That was so close, and that could have been devastating. If that Widow Mine had burrowed and detonated, all of those probes would have died, which would have been incredibly tense. We've got the bunker also coming down now as well here for BeastyQT, desperate to force a mistake out of BlinG, but this a very aggressive style. BeastyQT was very aggressive in game 1. The Widow Mine is now burrowed yet again, but the robotics facility will be done soon. which means that there will be an observer out. The mothership core on its way over. Energy-wise, that mothership core is at 100 now, so you can focus on overcharge, and that is precisely what it's going to do. That is exactly what I wanted to see out of BlinG there. And that means, of course, this bunker will not be having too much fun. I am so excited about this game. It is absolutely spectacular already after game 1. And, of course, having been casting for 8 hours now, this is certain to really perk me up a bit. And well, we've got the probe transfer coming down. There's still a Widow Mine sitting there, but detection granted from that observer means that it will unburrow, will run away. BlinG looking to hold this off with taking very minimal losses. Only 2 workers have been killed, and they're actually killed by BlinG, not by BeastyQT. And unfortunately, one of the other observers is now lagging, which is just it's just an arrow to the knee after Jorasar couldn't get in here. That is not so fun. And it really does hurt there. And Jorasar even perked up there because I can see him on the Skype webcam still and looked very sad. So, yeah. This is, apparently he's leveled out now and it's all okay, but yeah, we've got a starport on its way out for BeastyQT. We've got the reactor coming down as well on the factory, ready to switch that over. The factory floated back from the proxy, so not too much damage was done there. And this, well, it's really starting to level out in terms of the game. Worker count, 39 for BlinG to just 28 of BeastyQT, but BeastyQT does have the money machines that are mules, which allow him to really keep up economically. He's also got quite nice tech and +1 ground weapons on its way. Stim is only a few short seconds away from completing the bunker down. A second bunker also in production. BeastyQT clearly feels that he's in a little bit of problems here, so just making sure that he's in an ultra defense position. The Twilight Council is nearly complete as well here for BlinG. He's got a forge down, so we'll getting his own upgrades. Just 1 forge though, not double upgrades quite yet. Meanwhile, of course, missile turrets coming down for BeastyQT as well, just making sure that he's safe from anything that wouldn't be too interesting. The observer will be forced out of the main base, or at least a bit further back from that missile turret in the mineral line, just to be on the safe side. We've got now Charge getting chrono boosted out, the +1 armor for Protoss ground units getting chrono boosted out, +1 ground weapons for BeastyQT, or infantry weapons, is now half complete, and this game is looking very passive at the moment. There is a proxy pylon out at the 4th base location, and that just means that ultimately BlinG can get some more reinforcements in should he want to. And now with the bunkers getting salvaged, BeastyQT not looking to be in too much of a tough spot. He does have 2 medevacs out, +1, and combat shield is on its way, and he's moving across the map in what must be possibly the most predictable timing push from a Terran ever. 2 medevacs, +1 stim, and of course, combat shield. And BeastyQT, pause please. This is, I don't think my heart can take this right now. This is, okay, it's going, phew. A pause like that with this imminent push coming in what could be one of the most exciting games today is just too much for me. But as we see, +1 ground armor is 3/4 done. Needs chrono boosting. BlinG, I don't believe he's seen this, but with the watchtower and will now see this push coming across and knows that it's coming. He can therefore chrono boost out the upgrades. Charge will be completed, I do believe, ready for this. And therefore, he should be okay holding. There's not a sizable force here for BeastyQT. BlinG is ahead by about 13 supply, so that is quite good news for him. The worker count, 53 probes to 43 SCVs. 2 mules, though, do roughly level that out. And yeah, BlinG, his observer, is catching absolutely everything, but a good scan there from BeastyQT will pick it off. We see the combat shield is just a second or 2 away from completion, and that could be the mark where we see BeastyQT decide to go. He's loaded up his medevacs, he's going for the drop into the main, but as we can see, the observer spots them, and that means BlinG can pull back and will be able to defend this. He doesn't have many stalkers though, only 2 out, so those medevacs could theoretically just charge in if they wanted to without going down. And, well, this is all being followed up by a counter-attack of a lot of zealots, and there is nothing left really back at home for BeastyQT to defend this. He's got a Widow Mine, but so many SCVs going down. Meanwhile, the drop is going into the main base, and BlinG is pulling all of his probes very quickly, but these zealots just absolutely slicing their way through so many SCVs here. It is absolutely devastating to watch. Meanwhile, we see that the medevacs boosting out of there. Not many losses, but the losses for BeastyQT huge. 20 SCVs already taken down. The zealots finally getting cleaned up, but that takes the worker count, 53 probes, to just 32 SCVs. A lovely little zealot counterattack, and that is precisely what we wanted to see out of BlinG, who's looking so solid now. He has got a good well, just over a 30 supply advantage on his opponent. The 2 medevacs sitting there for BeastyQT still, plus 2 Protoss ground armor on its way. Psionic Storm getting research, probably getting chrono boosted at the same time. Meanwhile, this is, well, it's all looking pretty much in BlinG's favor. But what we do have is this drop coming back in a Dark Shrine on its way out for BlinG, but a High Templar there will feed back to medevac, and one goes down, the second one nearly goes down, takes a lot of damage. The Archon now morphing in instantly. That was a great little play there by BlinG, dealing with that drop as well as he can. So the 3rd base on its way out for BlinG, but a lot of infantry, or a good number of Marauders and a few Marines coming in, will force the cancel there as BlinG's army is just right outside his opponent's base at the Watchtower, moving forward, and this is going to be a pretty sizable push. The Widowmine does get taken out, and BeastyQT, GG's, BlinG takes this series 2-0, incredibly good fashion, and will advance in